Hey YouTube, this is Dean making another video. If you like my content, please consider hitting the like button. Also, please consider subscribing, as it is very much appreciated. Okay, I wanted to show you one of these. I've got a couple of these kits made up, and this is my primary tinderbox. It's in a Danish cookie tin. Contains a full tinderbox kit, flint and steel kit. So you open the tin up. Now, the tin can primarily be used for making char, so it's one of those big tins. Has a slow match in there. That's one of those waxed. Really hard to get open because I waxed it, but it's got my slow match. Potassium nitrated treated lamp wicks, about a metre of it, so 3 feet of slow match in there. Traditional brass 1700s tinderbox. Now these are the traditional ones, full of, I use these as an organic thing. So this has got char cloth on the top, but I just put whatever I want into it. So it's got punkwood and char cloth. So char cloth on the top, but I just throw any of my char in there. So punkwood, whatever char I want, just goes into this, and this is an organic thing, just keeps getting rolled over. So anything that I get as char goes into that tinderbox and keeps it going. Rest of the kit is just a few of the wax firelighters that Dominic Minichetti were kind enough to give me. So they're the 100-year-old wax, beeswax. A few beeswax candles. So I've got 3 of them there, and a whole heap of jute. Just a Hessian bag. Just a bit of, this thing leaks. Has a bit of, what do you call it? Punkwood, charred punkwood fell out. And that's the entire kit. It's got enough in there to just keep it going. Has it all nice and neat in there. You add a striker, one of my colonials, and I always like to have a couple of rocks. I always go for larger size rocks, so a couple of, that'd be my flint and steel kit, and it has enough gear in it to keep me going for a while. I always I know you can find rocks wherever you want, but you want to be able to have a couple of rocks to get you going before you can find others, and then go from there. But that's enough to keep you just to get ready to go until you can find more. Even in Australia, flint's not available, but there are other rocks around. Quartzite, jaspers, petrified wood. You'll find something around that will spark. But this is the sort of kit that's not hard to set up, and that you could throw that in your haversack. I know it's a little bit larger, but I think with flint and steel, go a little bit bigger than a pocket kit. But it's got enough in there to keep you going for a long time, especially with the tinderbox and the slow match. I didn't include any char cloth. I've got enough room in there. I could put some more cloth in there to keep it going, but that's there. The lamp wicks enough to keep you going for a while until you get punkwood, and that's more sustainable, because char cloth, like cloth, does run out, and if you're doing it for, like, as far as bush goes, char cloth's probably not going to be your first choice. You're probably better off going towards the punkwoods and that sort of thing. Your tins there. you can look at your clothes, and that, you know, if you need to sacrifice something, and that. I always like carry a cotton bandana, 100% cotton, so that's in my EDC. I'd always be able to make that into char cloth anyway, so, you know, like, that's as simple as that as far as it goes anyway. So yeah, like, that's pretty easy anyway, and I've got the tin there ready to go, and I've got enough char in there to get several fires going, especially with the jute and everything as well. So yeah, but I just wanted to show you that they're pretty easy to make up, all from easy stuff to like to buy and get going, and that, and it's, apart from the actual brass, the tinder box itself, because they are a little bit expensive. The Ted Cash tins here in Australia are about $40, and then you get another $10 to ship them. So yeah, they're about a $40-50 purchase. The rest of the stuff is not that expensive to get to set it up, but you don't necessarily need the tinder box itself, but I think the kit rounds out quite nicely with that. You could probably go with an Altoids tin. That's like, or a generic tin, one of the smaller ones. You don't have to go with that brass one. If you just go to an Altoid tin, you can certainly use those ones as a tinder box too, and just cast sparks into it and use it in exactly the same way as that one, because that's all you do with this one. Is basically, it's just a vessel to hold your tinder box, and then it's just an easy way of putting it out. That's the main advantage of this, and I do like the brass look of it. That's just a very classy tin. So yeah, I just wanted to show you that. I've got a couple of these. I've made 2 of these up. They're my working ones, the brass ones. I have got a German silver one. That's my more classy, like, that's my more stylish one. I did have a tin one too, but it wasn't real good. The hinge on it buggered up, so I've regulated it to a kit. It's no longer viable anyway. But yeah, I've got a couple of these, and then I've got my other kit is for with my German silver one in. That's for my other more that's for my centerpieces of my collection, my Jormungandr striker and my King's Crown. That kit is for that. But yeah, I just wanted to show you that. It's yeah, pretty easy kit to make up if you are looking to just make up a standardized kit for flint and steel. Yeah, I also buy these Danish tins when Christmas comes around. I buy 5 or 6, 10 of them at a time during Christmas, and yeah, I like these size ones because they seem to be able, you can get just enough gear in them that if you look, that striker fits in there quite well as well, and you'd be able to fit a few rocks in there, and if you really squeezed it in, you'd probably be able to get the striker in there. You get the entire kit contained in that one container. It's all in one container and ready to go. Throw in your haversack, and there's your flint and steel kit sorted out, and it's all ready to go in one hit, all sorted. Thanks for watching.